Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. It is day 13, so day 13 of 30 days of sketches. This sketch is created by a joyful scrapper. Her name is Amanda. It is this sketch right here. Lots of, looks like paper layers in the background, some big old tags, a little bit of floral embellishment, and a title. I am going to use two photos. I don't think I'm going to turn them into tags, but I will incorporate tags somehow because I do like them. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I've gone ahead and pulled out the papers that I want to layer up. And in the sketch, there are a couple of layers around the outside. There it is again, around the outside, around the outside. I can't get it out of my head. I can't get the songs that come to mind when I say things out of my head. It just keeps happening. So anyway, I've got this yellowish paper and then this distressed wood paper that I really love, and going to get those layered up. And then I'm going to bring in a khaki colored paper as well to layer up. Now, I think the sketch is super fun, and having big old tags like that with some ribbon hanging down would be awesome for maybe like birthday photos, birthday cakes, presents, that kind of thing. I just really didn't feel like it didn't feel very train to me. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to kind of ignore that, but I am going to bring in more tags, right? Like I'm going to at least like give nod to the sketch with the tags that I am going to put on. Now, this is a lot of tags that I ended up putting on here, but I still like the layout. It still has the same kind of feeling as my other train layouts. And I'm happy with it, you guys. Like, and that's what matters, right? You got to be happy with your stuff. So I'm flipping through this 6x8 paper pad, and I'm going to pull out a couple of papers that I think will be awesome for this layout. And then I've also got that tag sheet. Now this is pretty awesome. For the simple fact that I am actually using these tags. I feel like I have had tag sheets in the past and I've ended up putting them on like a give-take table because they're just not something that I use a whole lot of on the regular, right? Like I don't have a huge stash of tags. Maybe I do use them more than I think. I don't know. I would really have to go back and look. I don't feel like I use tags an awful lot. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I used them yesterday and I'm using them today, so maybe. But these are just two photos of things inside of the train museum. And when you go to Snoqualmie and you buy a ticket for the train, it rides you up and then ride you back. It's not like you stay on the same track. It's not a circuit. You're literally in a straight line up and back, kind of like the skunk train. That was a straight line back and forth as well. Now, there is a train museum, right, at one of the stops, and that was fabulous because there were so many cool things to look at and so many cool things to see. Now, was really, really just kind of impressed with the stuff that was in the train museum. They had full engines, cabooses, train cars, paraphernalia from the trains, like the kind of dinnerware and stuff that they had. Just all kinds of fun things to look at. And we just had ourselves a blast because you kind of guide it yourself through. There were videos that were playing in different stations, and it was just a fun place, you guys. Like, no doubt about it, it was fun. I would go back again, just because I thought it was cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get my adhesive down on these papers so they actually stay down. Now you can see I am bringing in the tags. Now I am just bringing in the tops of the tags because these tags have decorative bits on them, plus they are open spaces for lines and dots and journaling and that type of thing. So I figured it would be awesome to be able to have that option, right? So I'm going to figure out where exactly I want these tags to go. And, you know, I'm just going to place them so that none of the ends are kind of touching or overlapping each other. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't want a tag to start where the photograph starts, and I don't want a tag to end where the photograph ends. I also decided to put some of the tags underneath of the vellum mat that I created and some of them on top the vellum mat that I created, right? Like I wasn't just picking one way to do it. I'm also figuring out what I want in my tag holes. And you guys, normally I tie a little bow because that is my absolute favorite thing to do with a tag hole, is to tie a little bow, put a little dollop of glue, and put that bad boy down there. And I do it probably 98% of the time that I create a tag. However, this time I decided that's not the direction I want it to go, right? Like I want it to bring in a little something. So I have this very thin burlap ribbon, and I've also got these bigger round brads, and I am going to go ahead and pop a hole through this ribbon, and then that brad is going to go through the ribbon and the tag hole, and it's just going to kind of hold that ribbon in place, right? Now, I could have just stapled this ribbon on here as well, but I am kind of playing off the fact that there is a big round red circle on that switch there in the photo, and I'm just kind of playing on the fact that, you know, there's a big old circle here, so I'm putting some more big old circles on this page. At least that is where my mind was when I did it. So I am using my pokey tool that my friend Sharon got for me. It is simply amazing. It's a pokey tool on one side, and then on the other side, it's got this little like triangular piece, and you use that to push the brad tines down. It saves your fingernails, you guys. I will say I don't use it to push the brad tines down all the time. Sometimes I just use my fingernails. And then when I just use my fingernails, I will say I regret it because that brad tine pokes up under there. It's not comfortable. So always use your triangle side of your pokey tool, I guess, is the lesson there. I feel like I'm like one of those bad parents where I say do as I say and not as I do. Like I'm telling you, don't do that. Like don't use your fingernails, use the proper tool. And then, you know, I'm like, don't put your embossing heat gun over your hand. You'll burn yourself. And I do it all the time. Like it's like bad scrapbooking mom or something. I don't know. I feel a little guilty. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now I've got those tags down there above the photos here. And now I've got to figure out what is going over here on the left hand side, right? Like this little destination die cut has been on my desk forever. It did come in that Simple Stories travel kit that I got going on, or that travel collection, and I've tried to use it multiple times, and it just never is the right fit exactly. So you know, it's stressing me out that I haven't figured out a way to use it yet. But what I'm going to do here is incorporate this camera, and I'm trying to figure out a way that I can incorporate the camera, use it as kind of a base, and still decorate it with the floral bits, right? Like I'm trying to figure out how I can create that cluster down here in the corner. And what I decide to do is actually bring in another tag, because why not, right? Like we're going tag crazy. I just sat there and finished telling you guys how I don't think I use tags an awful lot, but you know, there's already 3 on this page and I'm getting ready to drop some more. So who knows? Maybe I'm lying to myself and I really do use a lot of tags. Who knows? So this tag has some decoration here at the bottom. It says travel, there's a train, and then there's also an airplane. Now I'm almost committing blasphemy because I'm covering up the airplane, and you guys know how much I love to scrapbook airplanes, right? Like, I love it. So it kind of hurts my soul a little bit that I'm covering up that airplane. But cover it up I must do because this is about trains, not planes. So now I'm going to bring in another tag because, you know, why not? I guess all you need is a good tag and you're set. So I bring in this one and it's going to tuck as well. And it's just a matter of figuring out where exactly I want to tuck this bad boy, right? Like, is it going all the way underneath all of the layers? Is it going underneath the vellum? Is it going on top of the vellum? Like, what am I doing? I feel like I need to kind of do the same thing that I did up at the top, where some of the tags are under the vellum and some of the tags are over the vellum. So I go ahead and get that done. I'm going to get those flowers glued onto the tag so that it covers up the airplane portion, because nobody needs an airplane on this part of the layout. And then I'm going to glue down the chipboard camera as well. And I do end up covering up the word travel, and I'm not stressed about it, right? Like, it's not a big deal to me. This page is really less about the traveling in the train and more about the looking of the stuff about the train kind of feeling. You know what I mean? So maybe if I was actually traveling, it might upset me that I didn't have it up there, but I am totally cool with the way it is. So I am going to put some more flowers down on this page because why not? I've already got flowers in one place. Might as well just go ahead and bring them into another place as well. Now I need to get more brads for my tag holes, and then I also have to throw some brads in the center of these florals. So instead of the normal bright copper brad that I've been placing in the florals, and I really like the way that that looks against these colors, I am going with more of that distressed bronzy coppery type color, and that is because of those big old brads that I'm putting on top of the tags. I didn't want to mix my metals this time, right? Like, this time I didn't want to mix my metals. Another time, definitely, we're going to mix them 100%. So I'm going to throw the washi tape on the back of the layout. You guys have heard me say it a million times. I'm protecting my layouts as I shift and move those bad boys around. And now I've found the other brads to go ahead and do the same thing over here on the tags. So I'm really pleased with the progress that I'm making this month with getting this this project kind of finished. It's weird because I don't even want to call it a project because it's not going to be enough for a full album. It's going to go inside of the 2023 albums. But I'm also trying to wrap up the 2021 albums so that I can really get into the meat of 2022 and 2023. And now 2024, right? Like, want to really get into those albums and dates and things that we did because, you know, there's just a lot of stuff and a lot of photos that need to be taken. And when I was sorting out the layouts and things, I guess it was last week now, I realized that for 2023, I had decided that I was going to scrapbook the way I did, I think it was 2018 or 2019, where there was like a divider page, a pocket divider page for the months. Sometimes it didn't exactly work out where the divider page exactly divided the months, just because of the way my layouts ended up. And it was little photos and little stories of things that I want it to talk about or have as a memory, but it really didn't deserve its own page. And then I realized that, so not only have I not done that at all for 2023 besides January, I also realized I had started doing colors of the rainbow title pages for 2023, and I've only done 2, red and green, Christmas, I guess. So I didn't finish that. And then I also realized that in that pocket page for 2023, you guys, I actually scrapbooked one of those stories as a full page photo. Like I scrapbooked as a full thing. So yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I don't know. It's going to happen. It's just going to be a little bit of a mess, I guess, until I get to it. I don't know. Lots of things that I'm working on. But I don't feel behind, and I don't feel like, you know, I've got this pressure to do it because I want to. Like, I want to finish Alcatraz. I want to finish Leavenworth photos. I want to finish those. But it's not it's like a self-pressure where it's, I want to do these things. It's not a pressure of, oh, you're so behind, you have to do these. So I'm still putting pressure on myself, but probably a healthier pressure than feeling like I am behind, right? Because who knows? I could find a photo, next week of something in 2021 and be like, oh no, but you're done your 2021 albums. You just got those last few. No, I'm going to scrapbook it if I want to and put it in the album, right? Like that's just the way it's going to be. So anyway, I am adding in some decorations now. Now I wanted to highlight that little train on that tag. So I've got this puffy sticker and it says "On Our Way." And that was my Baltimore on that just came out, kind of like Hon. On Our Way. Christopher has made fun of the way I've said on forever, ever since we met. Most of the time when I'm speaking for a voiceover, I don't say on, I say on. But sometimes, just the way you talk kind of slips out and there it is. So there is that. On Our Way. On. Anyway, and if you have no idea what a Balmer accent is, then you are probably thinking, girl, you're nutso. But that's okay. A little bit crazy, but having fun and, living my best life, basically. So I've got to figure out a way to kind of get this tag a little bit more with it, right? Like it feels very naked. Like the tag itself feels naked, and I can't have that. So going to go ahead and I sliced through that tag where that train portion is, and I'm going to put this journey word on here as well, and I'm going to have that kind of underneath of the train piece that pops up, and then it's still going to say "On Our Way," right? I do decide to add a little bit of journaling at the top of the tag because it's still feeling very sparse. Maybe not naked, sparse. It feels very sparse. There's like a lot going on with a lot of colors all throughout the entire layout until I get to this tag and it's white, right? So I need it to fill it in. So I'm going to throw a couple of lines of journaling down on that tag, and then this layout will be finished, you guys. I don't think I add splatter to this one. I think I just leave this one as it is. And yeah, now we're finished. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist for 30 days of sketches down below. If sketches are your thing, Scrapping Reflections Facebook group hosts, or me, I host it in the scrapbooking group. Follow Sketch February, and that's in there, and all the sketches are there too. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.